Okay, hello and welcome to the video. This video is not a fun time because I am going to explain to these armchair quarterbacks how real martial arts works. On one of Grandmaster Michael Calandra's videos, a couple dozen people joined and started insulting him and trying to imply that he was a fraud or that he was faking the lock that he had on his demonstration partner, that it wouldn't work, and all this kind of nonsense. And I and another poster tried to explain to them that he is a real 10th degree black belt in a military grade style of martial arts that was specifically designed for disarming someone with a sword and putting them in a lock and beating them over 400 years of time. And I was never his student, but I was a student of another gentleman with a similar qualification of him, which was Arsenio James Advincula, who was a Medal of Valor winner and a Purple Heart winner. And it is appalling to me how stupid you armchair quarterbacks are, and how you treat people who are both your elder and who are far superior to anyone you have ever seen on mixed martial arts. I swear to you, and he wouldn't say this because he's too humble to say this, but Michael Calandra is, I think, 60 years old, and if he joined mixed martial arts, he would beat UFC fighters in a fight. And you might not believe that, but that's the God's honest truth. I'm pretty sure he's 60 years old right now. But if you had any respect, you would recognize that he is not a fraud, and that you would, if you just watched his videos. And the reason you don't break the demonstration partner's arm in the demonstration is because you're not trying to kill the demonstration partner, you idiots. It is appalling. Where is the respect for your elders, and where is the respect for the lifetime dedication to the science of fighting that this man has put in? And he's been doing martial arts. I think he said he started when he was 12 or 16 years old. And he's been doing full-time instruction for over 30 years. I mean, I've watched almost all of his kata bunkai videos and technique demonstration videos of different kinds, and I very rarely disagree with him on anything. And like I said, depending on who you ask, I'm either a brown belt or a black belt in Ishinryu karate, because my instructor should have promoted me, and he never promoted me, and it was a different instructor, not Michael Calandra, and that's a different beef. But I was a black belt candidate or first Q, but the problem is I earned first Q twice, and I could beat my sensei's second degree black belts even in handicap matches. So I'm really supposed to be above black belt, and I never got promoted for some reason. But that's a beef with a different man for a different reason. But you don't even know the man, and then you accuse him when he talks about he was a police officer who served in New York for decades and apprehended criminals, and you're going to sit there and act like he's a fraud and mock him and ask him whether he was Batman or things like this. You know, to hell with you guys. To hell with you guys. I've asked Michael Calandra whether he would sanction me to fight in MMA if I could cut weight back to 205, because I would be in really good shape at 205 again. I just asked him in response to that if he would train me to fight and sanction me to fight if I could cut weight to 205. I don't know how he's going to respond. I hope he says yes. And yes, I'm getting too old to fight, but I promise you I can still fight. And I can still fight probably better than anyone you've seen in your life, because what I learned in the style of martial arts that Michael Calandra teaches, the same style I was taught by a different 10th degree black belt and one of his best students, Mark Myers. The 10th degree black belt being Arsenio James Advincula. Like I said, he won a Medal of Valor and a Purple Heart and 6 gold stars for good behavior. So, and by the way, he was teaching mixed martial arts about 20 years before the UFC was even invented. So, I want one of the ranked senseis to sanction me to fight, because I know I could beat the tar out of UFC fighters in a one-on-one, especially by those rules. And I'm sick of the style that I studied being mocked by people. And the primary reason we don't fight in MMA is because we've demonstrated in open seminars that we can kill those guys if we wanted to. But I want to do it one time just to shut everyone's mouth. I want to do it one time, even at my age, because I'm 45 years old. So that's way too old to be starting fighting. But I guarantee you I can beat them.